What do you want, woman? You enter Legion territory. Do you wish to be lashed to a cross?
Be calm. I wish to trade with the Legion.
I care little for your reasoning to be here. You're lucky I don't behead you for your blatant disrespect. Now leave, profligate.
What? What's disrespect? I've come all this way, dropped my guards, and ditched my paperwork to trade with you all. What disrespect do you mean?
You stand in a position of power as a caravan master. We do not tolerate such disrespect in our Legion. Now, I will not warn you again. Leave.
Fine. Be that way. I'll just take my business elsewhere. Goddamn savages. The Legion bastards don't want my money? Very well then. I'll just go back to California.
Enjoy your new home, profligate. You'll be lucky if you survive to see the Legion marching on Hoover Dam.
Please, just kill me already.
Why? You look much better dangling from that piece of plywood. Let us return to Cottonwood Cove. This profligate isn't worth our time anymore.
Wait,
Kaiser.
no, don't leave me.
Hello.
Just end me, please.
Morning.
Hold on there, trooper. We're gonna get you down.
Oh God, rescue! I thought I was fucked. Quick, get me down, please.
Shh. Keep quiet. We're gonna get you down. Just hang on. Let's get you back to McCarran, trooper. The brass is gonna want to talk to you when you get settled in.
Please, help me. Legion caught me. Said this was the penalty for drug runners. Please, let me down. Please, for the love of God, let me down. No, please, don't leave me here.
The mark of Kaiser protects you.
Hello. Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Hold your tongue, wastrel.
Halt! What business have you in Cottonwood Cove, outsider? You wear the mark of Caesar. You must be who Cursor Lucullus is waiting for. You may continue, but be warned. Mark or no, we will not tolerate aggressive action by visitors in the camp.
True to Caesar. Move along.
You're not a legionary. Why are you here? I fight for Kaisar and use poisons to make my enemies suffer. That's all you need to know. They're good at killing profligates like yourself. The Silver Sting is mildly effective. It weakens muscles, making it useful against wild animals. Stick them once and they become much less of a threat. It's not a great toxin, but it's the only one that doesn't require a Cazador poison gland. It's lethal and quite versatile, effective against almost all enemies. You can't go wrong with bleak venom. It doesn't work on robots, though. I shouldn't have to point this out, but none of these poisons work on robots. Though difficult to make, Mother Darkness is useful for its ability to cause numbness and blurred vision, which is great against profligate soldiers. The recipe requires a large amount of white horse nettle, so if it's your toxin of choice, keep an eye out. Tremble requires a mastery of every other toxin, but it's worth the effort. It packs an incredibly potent kick that causes uncontrollable spasms. Firearms become near impossible to use, blades start to make dull, imprecise cuts, and lit dynamite gets dropped at the feet of the thrower. If you can manage a strike on somebody with this toxin, you've already beaten them. You probably could make a few of these, provided you gather the ingredients. Very well. I might be willing to give you some toxins if you prove yourself a friend of the Legion. For now, the answer is no. Looking to get on the Legion's good side? That's not a bad idea, seeing as how we'll be controlling this land soon. I'm lacking Cazador poison glands, a key ingredient for many of my toxins. For every 5 you bring me, I'll give you a powerful herbal remedy. Wale.
I know you're kind. You die easily enough.
Awe.
Excuse me,
True to Caesar.
but I have been forbidden from speaking to you until you are on better terms with the Legion.
Hello.
You're the one Lucullus said would come. You'll find him waiting for you down at the docks. Very well. A Legion outpost, what's it look like? We crossed the river when the profligates fled from Searchlight. From here, we stage raiding parties and process captures. I'm an officer of the Legion of the rank Decanus. When we encamped, I commanded a contubernium of 8 legionaries. So I command what's left, under the wise leadership of Centurion Aurelius, of course. As much as their cowardice will allow, the profligates avoid open battle, but on good days we find one of their patrols. Their landmines have caused us more trouble than their marksmanship. which is lacking. If they're more powerful than the profligate's landmines, by all means, show me how. Tin cans, gunpowder, scrap metal, and duct tape? We won't have any trouble finding those ingredients. Wale.
The mark of Kaisar protects you.
What do you want from me? What's the reason for dragging me out over here, to this back end of the cove?
I just wanted to talk to you in private. Nothing wrong with that, is there?
I do not conspire in the shadows. You've come to the wrong Legionnaire. You're lucky I do not report you to the Centurion.
Conspire? Oh no, nothing like that. I'm not a disloyal dog after all. I simply wanted to talk.
Oh? And what is it that you want then?
Oh, please, please, let me hold your banner, if just for a moment. Please, I've always wanted to be a Vexillarius. Please, just let me hold it.
Oh, is that all? Huh. That's surprising, really. But no, I cannot. I will not honor your request.
Why not?
To hold the banner I wield, you must prove yourself in warfare, comrade. It's both an honor and a privilege that you must earn. It can't be handed to you on a silver platter.
Oh, I see. I suppose I understand. Then I will strive to become like you. I will strive to become a Vexillarius, and by campaign's end, I will be one.
See that you do.
Our way.
Stand back, profligate. I do not waste my time with trash like you.
True to Kaisar.
Our way.
True to Kaisar. Hello.
I know your kind. You die easily enough.
Move along.
Move along.
Did you know the strip's all stirred up lately?
Please, sir, take pity on us. Free us, please. My family was ambushed by a pack of Legion raiders near Searchlight, and Frank ran off, the gutless coward. I have no idea where he is, but at least we're free from his abuse. Ever since he lost his job a few years back, he hasn't been the same. He took a switch to us for the tiniest things. We were trying to get away when the Legion showed up. I'm glad he ran off like a coward. But slavery wasn't the kind of escape I was looking for. Thank you. Thank you so much.
We're being held here against our will. I beg you, help us. Sorry, I'm just glad someone is doing something. The last thing I need is to be made some legionary's bitch and sent off to God knows where.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You bitch! You dare insult me? Know your place.
I didn't mean it. I'm sorry. I'm just scared is all. Please, forgive me, Master.
I care little for your bitter mewlings, cow. You are a slave. You are beneath notice. To insult a legionnaire is to invite death.
No, please!
Kneel, bitch.
I'm sorry. Please, mercy!
You are beyond mercy at this point. You'll die for your grave insult.
Water? No. No. No, no, no. Please, don't kill me. I'll do anything. Please.
Degenerates like you belong on a cross. Degenerates like you belong on a cross.
Oh, it's just awful here. Can't you help us? Hurry up. The guards keep eyeing me like I'm a piece of meat.
Our way. What purpose brings you here this time, Marcus?
Awe, amicus. I am here for my machete. The repair order I submitted should be completed by now. Do you have it?
Your machete? It is not yet ready for your usage, Marcus. You nearly split it last time. You'll have to come back for it later.
What? It's not yet ready? But I go on patrol soon. I need to have my machete.
Fortunately, I don't care. Consider this a lesson. You don't take care of your equipment. I don't take care of you.
I will have a word with Decanus Severus about this. You won't get away with this insult. We'll see who has the last laugh.
As I said, I don't care. I work hard to keep everything maintained and orderly around here. I can't have people like you ruining that. Now get out.
Move along.
Our way.
Watch yourself, profligate.
Awe, profligate. I am Decanus Magnus, servant of the great Lord Caesar. Perhaps you've heard of him? I commanded a contubernium when we first established this encampment. Once the action died down, I yielded control of my men to Decanus Severus. Now I assist my Canturion with ongoing operations. Raiding small towns is nothing compared to what's on the horizon. Unfortunately, I am not at liberty to discuss these matters with one such as yourself. Very well, ask them. Sure, it would be easier to slit their throats and dump them in a mass grave, but the extra effort of building and erecting crosses is worth it. It sends a clear message to our enemies. We will not give you a quick death if you resist us. We will not forgive those who defy us. Fear is a useful tool. Raiders and drug dealers do not dare operate in our lands. Neighboring tribes flee or beg for assimilation. Kill one to warn 100. Crucify one to warn them all. Do you know what the difference is between the Legion's healing powders and the NCR's stim packs? Do you know what component is missing?
No, you dolt. A syringe. Stim packs require a pre-war syringe. There isn't any corporation out there making syringes anymore. They were all destroyed in the war. Syringes are scavenged from pre-war hospitals and drug dens, and they can only be reused once or twice at best. And what happens when the stockpiles dry up? If you think stim packs are expensive now, just wait until it's a luxury market. For the Republic, healthcare will just be one more thing that the privileged elites enjoy, while the common man suffers. You mean, how dare we keep them in the back lines of our war, away from the gruesome battles that we engage in? How we graciously allow them to be integrated into our family, instead of being killed outright when we claim their land? Yes, truly, we are monsters. Do not mistake the captures around here for a properly assimilated Legion woman. Any of these wretches would not hesitate to slit my throat. A true Legion woman accepts her role within our society. She doesn't try to escape. She cares, cooks, and nurses the wounded. They live boring, safe lives, far away from the battlefield. And until these women are ready to do the same, they are worth less than dirt. Women, dogs, weapon, armor, these are resources for each soldier to use, gifts bestowed upon them by the grace of Lord Caesar. If you think treating women like dogs is a bad thing, perhaps you should take better care of your dogs. Seriously? Under societies like the NCR, women suffer infinitely worse treatment. Some are sent to the front lines to be butchered like animals. The NCR doesn't even take care of its widows. They become vagrants, desperately begging on street corners for the next meal. And don't even get me started on the prostitution. Women forced to have sex with random men for the luxury of not starving to death. Freedom only looks good when you're lucky enough to already be well off. Anything else you wish to know about the Legion? Slavery is a tool, not unlike a hammer. It can be used to break, but it can also be used to build. Take the Legion, for instance. Our territory stretches east, past the lands of Arizona and Utah, into the lands of Colorado and New Mexico. I've heard our lands also reach into a place called Texas, where legendary cyclones rage for months at a time. Can't say for certain, though. The reason we can control large amounts of territory is because of our efficiency. Everybody knows their role, they don't question their purpose. An ant colony doesn't function if the ants are anxious, fearful, and indecisive. Each member has a job to do, and they do it without question. Anything else? What do you wish to know? I was once a member of a group not wholly unlike the followers of the apocalypse. They valued education, humanitarianism, and kindness. Unfortunately, strength was one of the things they didn't value, and that made them easy to conquer. When I was assimilated, I was furious for what the Legion did. But after some time, I came to understand why it had to be. I've fought in many battles, usually against groups so worthless that I can't remember any of their names. My first noteworthy battle was at a place called Firebase Zulu. If you didn't hear about it, it's probably for the best. Didn't go so well. Aside from that one misstep, my combat record is exemplary. I love serving Caesar. I genuinely do. Our battles may be difficult, but they're worth fighting. For example, a scouting party of mine once found an abandoned schoolhouse that had been taken over by some no-name marauders. They were attacking supply lines, doing drugs, and generally not contributing anything of value to society. Also, keeping women and children in cages. Perhaps if they had spent more time training and less time getting high, they would have been ready for our attack. They all died. The women and children were apprehensive. They asked if we were going to free them. I told them we'd do something even better. Now, they live safe and happy lives within the Legion, as it should be. I can't help but smile looking back on that memory. As fate would have it, one of those women was assigned to me the day I attained the rank of Decanus. I look forward to seeing her again. No, we keep profligates in cages. If you don't understand the difference, that's your problem. Very well. There is something you could help me with, if you don't mind a bit of a scavenger hunt. Don't worry, there's only one item on my list. I need bottles of vodka. For every 10 you bring me, I'll give you a reward of your choosing. No. In fact, we are expressly forbidden to even possess it. That's why I need somebody like you to bring me some. I make a tribal remedy for curing radiation. It's made with peppers, horse nettle, and another ingredient that I can't quite get out here. However, I've discovered that vodka can be substituted for my missing ingredient, so I can reward you if you stock me up. Keep in mind that other alcohols don't work. It has to be pure vodka. Well, it's real. It's called the fiery purgative, and it works wonders. You don't have to believe me if you don't want to. I don't care. You do that. Wale.
HQ to Hound Eye. HQ to Hound Eye. Do you copy? Over.
Hound Eye reads you. Over.
Report in, Hound Eye. What's the situation on your golf trip? Over.
The NCR are moving the troops around the theater at the moment. I'm seeing new faces in both the Rangers and Troopers around here. Over.
New arrival of troopers and rangers. Are they rotating their deployments? Over.
I would say so. Out goes the old and in comes the new. Over.
Troubling news. Golf isn't far from Forlorn Hope. If they're rotating troops, Forlorn Hope could receive reinforcements within the month. Over.
My thoughts exactly. Inform Decanus Dead Sea post-haste. Over.
Understood. We'll relay. Keep us posted. Over. HQ out. Go away, profligate.
Awe. A profligate bearing the mark of Caesar. What is the world coming to? Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you with the barge at the docks. He will take you to the fort to speak with Caesar. Cursor Lucullus is waiting for you at the docks. He'll take you to Caesar. It is the armor of a Centurion. You have the rare honor of beholding it unspattered by the blood of my inferiors. Of course I am, you fool. I am a Centurion. When Vulpes Inculta drove the NCR from Searchlight by clever means, Caesar himself ordered me to set up this camp and harass the profligates. It's a modest presence, a single finger of the Legion reaching across the river's narrows. But with me here, it has an iron knuckle. As much as the profligates' cowardice will allow, they haven't found the balls to attack us here, but we catch them out on patrols. With 2 contubernia at my command, I've killed and captured 4 times my numbers. The killing of profligates should never go unrewarded. I'll pay you a small sum per tag. Go see Decanus Severus when you have tags, in that case. He watches over our stores. Wale.
Awe, name your business. What of it? What do you want to trade for? What type of ammo? Here. What do you want to trade for? What? Dynamite or grenades? Watch yourself with this. Are we done then? Wale.
You do well to serve the Legion.
The dog is part machine, but its brain is flesh.
Awe, welcome to Cottonwood Cove. I am Quintus Fulvius. I assist the Legion with bounties and small jobs that increase our presence in the area. It's not the most prestigious job, and I'd prefer to be on the front lines, but I am here to serve Kaisar and his Legion. I wasn't born into the Legion like many others. I joined of my own free will. I was born in Beaverton, Oregon near Portland, a hellish place that was overran by ghouls and tribals. The worst of all were the NCR prospectors. They were glorified raiders, helping themselves to all we had and calling it taxation. I watched the NCR take everything from us and send it back to their capital, lining their pockets of their politicians and leaving us to starve. I've seen hundreds starve or die after the NCR confiscated our food and took our weapons for their war effort with no protection for us. So I headed south, hoping to seek out my revenge. I witnessed the depravity of NCR lands, their greed and corruption around every corner. They can't even protect their major settlements, with crime running rampant and citizens living meager lives. Violent gangs and super mutant tribes had carved out empires of their own within NCR lands. I had heard stories across the Republic of a rival power, one that ruled with an iron fist and encroached on NCR territory. I had to see it for myself. I made my way to Flagstaff and spoke to the people there. What I saw, I will never forget. The roads were clean, and traders were safe, traveling without guards or protection. Kaisar has civilized tribes and cleansed the wastes. I will help him capture his Rome in New Vegas. Thank you for listening, amicus. The Legion has been amassing troops along the Colorado for months now, and the NCR has proven they are unable to hold this area. However, there remain other challenges, notably the massive Deathclaw nest across the river, or those junkies stealing from our supply caches. Good answer, but kissing ass isn't going to work as well for me as some of the others. Let's see if you can produce results. The junkies have holed themselves up by the Searchlight Airport. They found refuge in a safe pocket surrounded by radiation and ghouls. This has caused problems for our scouts trying to reach the camp. If you can make the journey, taking on the junkies shouldn't be too much trouble. Their leader's name is Billy. He is sure to be with the rest of his gang. Leave no survivors, amicus. True to Kaiser.
Wait. How went the patrol?
It went alright. We passed right by the ruins of Searchlight, kept an eye on the NCR camp still nearby the desolate town.
Searchlight is a barren wasteland now. It's a wonder why the NCR is still posted up around it. But I suppose they have their reasons. Not that I really care what happens beyond these walls. This is my station, and I intend to keep it that way. Seen any ghouls?
More than I can count.
A scourge on the wasteland. We denied that land to the NCR, but in the process we denied it to ourselves. And we brought upon the land a new scourge. One we'll have to deal with eventually.
Damn, you're pretty articulate for a Pastelarium. What gives?
I spend a lot of time in here. The raids bring in supplies, some of them books. I have a lot of spare time, so I spend it reading.
Well, that's surprising, but a welcome change around here. Anyways, give me my rations already.
Very well then. Eat up. Awe, what'll you have?
Still looking for a place to pitch your tent? NCR, Legion, or Vegas. Seems like each of them's a bear trap, no matter where you put your foot. All right, then.
The mark of Kaiser protects you.
I see you bear the mark of Caesar. Cursor Lucullus awaits you at the docks. Kaiser does not like to be kept waiting. I would find Cursor Lucullus quickly and travel to the fort if I were you. He should still be waiting at the docks.
Awe, are you ready to head upriver? I am Cursor Lucullus, and my orders are to escort you to the Legion's camp at Fortification Hill. Are you ready to go? You'll be meeting face to face with the mighty Kaiser himself, founder of the Legion, conqueror of 86 tribes. To my knowledge, this is the first time Kaiser has ever summoned one of the dissolute to see him. Not even tribal chieftains receive this honor. All who are not Legion are dissolute. They live in squalor, unrestrained by morality, lacking moderation, temper, and self-control. Their very existence is a blight on the common good. Even worse are the profligates, the subtype of dissolute one finds this side of the river. They hold themselves to be civilized, when in fact they are corrupt and self-interested. The truth will be made clear to them soon enough. You'd know better than I would, but you must be remarkable for Kaiser to take such an interest. The trip will take a few hours. Take your place on the boat. By order of Caesar, all visitors must disarm and relinquish all banned items. Alcohol and all chems, including stims and other addictive items. Your belongings will be returned to you when you leave. True to Caesar. You may proceed. Your belongings will be returned when you
Who's there? Who I am doesn't matter. What matters is what I've done. I've disobeyed my Legion masters, and now I suffer the penalty. The Legion Decanus had me crucified for my disobedience. He said that disobedient dogs must suffer for their impudence. I've been up here for days. I'm so hungry and so thirsty. But I've already accepted it. I'm gonna die up here. Please, leave me. Talking hurts. It hurts everywhere. Oh, God! It's fine. It's my fault for being disobedient. Don't let me trouble you.
Mercy.
Away, Donovan. Back again, I see.
Hey there, Ravinius. Yeah, I'm back.
How did the trip go? Uneventful, I assume.
I'd say it was more boring with you guys keeping the roads quiet.
True enough, but you must admit that without our protection, the events plaguing the roads would be less than favorable.
Yeah, I'll admit that. Me and a lot of others around here are proud to have your protection. Say, my Brahmin's in the main camp. Care to see what I have in stock?
I've no desire to pursue your wares, Donovan. I simply came to check on you.
Always knew you were sweet on me, Ravinius.
Do not test me.
Howdy.
Watch yourself, you degenerate.
The dog is part machine, but its brain is flesh.
Evening.
So you're the visitor I've heard some of the legionaries talking about. If you're in the mood to trade, just say the word. I haven't had the pleasure. I have crossed paths with Legate Lanius, his second in command, however. It was unpleasant. He's the best the Legion has to offer, or so the legionaries say. Brute of a man, wears a fancy metal mask in a battle. He killed one of my pack Brahmins simply because it was in his way. I knew better than to complain about it, though. Shoot. No, sir. I'm an independent trader from Arizona. Not at all. They're my best customers. As long as you don't try to sell them chems or alcohol, they treat you fair. Hell, I don't even need to travel with guards most of the time in Legion territory. All the bandits are dead or run off. Between having to hire protection and getting slapped with taxes, it's more profitable to stick to Arizona and New Mexico. But I do cross the river from time to time when an opportunity comes along. All right. Have a look. Be seeing you around. Keep hearing about some courier making a fuss over the strip.
Halt! What business have you up here, bitch?
I'm sorry for the intrusion, sir. I bring a message from my master to one of the Decani in the upper camp. May I pass?
I care little about what your master wants. The upper camp is off limits to you lemmings. Only slaves approved by Kaiser shall ascend. Now leave.
My master will not be happy that you turned me away. Please let me pass. I'll only be a minute.
Really, Cal? You think your master frightens me? I would sooner bend knee to Kimball than go against Kaiser. Now leave. I will kill you otherwise.
No, please! Okay, I get it. I'll leave.
There's a good girl. Now go. I'm sure your master would prefer you return to his service like a good little slave. Now beat it. Watch yourself, profligate.
Hey.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across.
I'll wait.
Some of the legionaries talk about you with growing respect.
The mark of Kaiser protects you.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
Move along.
Listen up, legionaries! Your time has come, and your training is over. You have come of age,
True
and you
to
are ready
Kaiser.
to take up arms for the Legion. Many years you have been training for this moment. From the day you have exited your mother's wombs, you have prepared yourselves for battle. There have been times where you were not expected to make it. There were times where I told you you would meet your deaths in training. But here you are. But I knew better. Where most saw failure, I saw opportunity. Where most saw washouts, I saw future soldiers. Now look at you, standing before me as young adults, with much to prove in the years ahead. I, your Hastiliarius, am proud to stand before you today. I hereby promote you, from trainee to recruit within the Legion's ranks. Go out there, recruits! Go to battle! Make me proud to call you legionaries!
The camp.
I'm quite proud of these legionaries. They always exceed my expectations. I can't wait to see them off to battle against the profligates.
Don't bother me. I'm training to become a full legionary. I can't wait until they let me fight.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
New faces come and go. It's always the same thing. Those boys will do fine, though. I'm certain of it.
Move along.
Do you understand what I'm sending you out for?
Yes, Master, I understand. Go to the main camp and grab food for the feast. I will do so.
Exactly. But I have stipulations. You are to be back before tomorrow, and with enough rations to feed each centurion. It is a feast, after all.
Of course, Master.
Good. If you're not back within the time allotted, I will personally give you 30 lashes.
I understand, Master.
Do not speak to anybody but the cook. Grab what you are required to grab and come back. Simple. Got that?
Yes, Master.
Good. Now get to it.
Hello. I'm honored to serve.
Don't test me.
I'm harsh on the children, but they'll be excellent legionaries. I'm quite proud of them.
The new slave girls are quite beautiful.
For what feels like ages. A veteran of our fine legion, Artorius, has challenged Miles, a Praetorian, one of Caesar's elite bodyguards, for his position as Praetorian. Does this mark a changing of the guard? Or will this just mean another dead legionnaire at the hands of the Praetorian Guard? We shall see. Only one shall leave this arena alive. Combatants, ready yourselves. 3, 2, 1, fight!
Death to profligates! Had enough?
True to Kaiser.
Dance.
Please, Master, I'm scared. Please do not force me to do this.
Do not test me. I will have you disposed of and replaced by evening's end if you do not comply. Now dance.
Okay. As you command, Master.
They hardly even know how to fight.
That's enough. You've entertained us enough for one day. Now go wash up. You sicken me with the filth caking your body.
True to
Some of
Kaiser.
the slaves have been. The mark of Kaiser They hardly even know how to fight. They hardly even know how to fight.
They hardly even know how to fight.
You here to fight in the arena? Then you're talking to the right man. Such as? Light armor and machetes only. The challenger, the one who asks to enter the arena, may be pitted against one or more opponents. All matches continue until one side is dead. No exceptions. I set up the fights, keep track of prisoners available, and make sure the arena's cleaned up. Most of the time, it's some young legionary trying to make a name for himself, hoping to get noticed by Kaiser or the Praetorians. We pit slaves or prisoners against each other once in a while, but it's not much of a show. They're usually too reluctant to kill each other. Like what? A great warrior. When he was but a recruit, I watched him kill 10 men in the arena with his bare hands. He doesn't feel pain, and he never ever shows mercy. If all legionaries were like him, the Legion would be invincible. It's not something we like to speak of. The Burned Man was our greatest warrior, even greater than Legate Lanius. But he failed Kaiser at the dam. He's been dead for several years now. But the rumor is that Kaiser has scouts out looking for him all the same. The Burned Man was a very tough man. Go.
Come on! You like that? Come on! Come on! Ugh. They hardly even know how to fight.
They hardly even know how to fight.
I'm hit!
You've proved yourself useful, at least.
You dare disturb my luncheon? You'd better give me a good reason not to hoist you upon a cross, slave.
Apologies, sir. I bring a message from my master. It's in a letter. For your eyes only.
Fine. Give it here. I assume once I have it, I can do as I please? Good. God damn it. My presence is required in the main camp. Ah, very well. You did well to bring this to me, slave, as annoying as it is.
I apologize, sir. But, can I go now?
Don't test me. Take me to Centurion Aphidalius immediately, so I can get done and return to my luncheon.
Let them fight it out.
Understand?
As you wish, sir.
Very well. Let us be off.
Let them fight it out among themselves. The Mark of Caesar protects you. Let them fight it out among themselves.
They hardly even know how to fight.
You there, slave. What are the rations for today?
Just some salted Brahmin steaks. Nothing more, sir.
It's been the same damn thing every day for the past week. Is that really all we have?
Unfortunately, sir. The hunters haven't been going out as much lately, according to my master.
Could do with some variety for once.
What would you have me do, sir?
You could start by going back to your master and have him send out the hunters again. We could use more than Brahmin steaks, after all.
As you say, sir. I will do so.
See that you do, and I might just put a good word into your master.
You would? Oh, I would greatly appreciate that, sir.
They hardly even know how to fight.
Then it's agreed. I expect to see something new on the menu soon, slave. Now, give me my rations.
Yes, sir.
I've heard the Legionaries speaking highly of you. You've done well by us. If you do your job and keep quiet, you're treated well. Nobody shoots at me or tries to pimp me. I have food, medicine, and a tent over my head. If you refuse to work or want to mouth off, you get punished severely. 2 weeks without a bath or decent meal straightens you out real quick. She's been here for 3 years and still wants to leave. If she saw the opportunity, she'd try to make a break for it. She's desperate. I'd tackle her before she got 20 feet. I won't be punished for her insubordination. Abuse isn't tolerated in the Legion. Corrective punishment? Sure. Breaking in a capture? Yes. But not abuse. A few weeks ago, a Centurion beat his wife to near death. It was bad. When Caesar asked why, he said it was because she broke one of his cups. He said, "Caesar, you gave me this cup as a gift, and that woman did not respect that. She deserves every bruise and gash on her face." Caesar replied, "This woman was also a gift to you, but you do not seem to respect that," and ordered the rest of the Centurion's cups be broken. The woman was reassigned to another officer, and the Centurion had to drink out of a plunger. Everyone got the message after that. I've seen the worst the NCR has to offer. As a civilian, prostitution, corruption, neglect, and backstabbing. As a soldier, mismanagement, incompetence, cowardice, and stupidity, none of which I've seen in the Legion. If I do my job well, I'll be assigned to a high-ranking officer, safe in Arizona. I can think of worse things. Freedom is only good when you're rich. When your choices are starvation, prostitution, or worse, no, I don't miss it. Very well. Such as? A few months, I think. It's difficult to keep track. Though, I'm no longer the profligate woman I once was. She's dead. So, I suppose you could say I've been a slave my whole life. Originally, New Reno. Only 2 kinds of women live in that town. Whores and addicts. And the whores were addicts too, so, you know. I joined the NCR to avoid that lifestyle, only to be shipped out to Nevada and told to defend this empty desert with minimal training. While on patrol near the riverbank, my squad was ambushed. The men were slaughtered, but I was spared. Thank God I don't have a penis. Yes, soon to be the best cook in the Legion. The meals I cook taste better than most, and I'm improving every day. I've really found my calling. Don't want to give away all my secrets, but a bit of barrel cactus fruit can really stretch out a steak while giving it a sharp zest. No, I never actually tried. Didn't realize how good I was at it until it was my job. Who knows? Maybe my life would have turned out differently if somebody had tried to teach me. Very well. Really? That could be a real crowd pleaser around here. I'll try it out. Thanks. Sure.
Let them fight it out among them.
True to Kaiser. None may take my mantle. Take your leave and rest. You've earned it.
Hey.
What a time to be alive, eh?
You must enter Kaisar's tent alone. Anyone else must remain outside.
All right. Give a yell if there's trouble.
So I finally get to meet the courier who's accomplished so much in so little time. That's why I summoned you here, right? I mean, a man nearly kills you, and your response is to track him across the breadth of the Mojave? You arrive on the strip and waltz into the Lucky 38 like someone left you a key under the doormat? You visit the tops, and next thing you know, the head of the chairman is fleeing the strip like a whimpering little pup? When you set your mind to something, you get results. I like that. The question is, are you ready to get started? I have eyes and ears everywhere. It behooves me not to invade the West blind and deaf. It hasn't been hard to track your progress. It's not as though you've been keeping a low profile. The time is fast approaching when my Legion will assault the Great Dam and invade the West. Before that happens, I want Mr. House knocked out of the game. A quick 1-2 punch, with you doing the punching. Down the hill, at the west edge of camp, is an old building. It was here when the fort was taken in 2277. Inside the building is a hatch, and inside that hatch are 2 steel doors that bear the sigil of the Lucky 38 Casino. Now that same sigil is on the platinum chip Benny was carrying when we captured him. Isn't that interesting? Even more interesting, there's a slot about the same size as the chip on the console that opens the hatch. So you know what I think? I think the platinum chip opens those doors. Doors that can't be pried open, or drilled open, or blasted open. Because all that, I tried. Benny's theory, if I understood it through all the screaming, was that Mr. House stashed some kind of ultimate weapon down there. A gigantic robot to stomp us all to death. Who cares? Whatever it is, House built it. So I want it destroyed. You don't get it, do you? The weapons I wield are forged from blood, flesh, sinew, bone. Mortal stuff. Fragile, even. And yet my Legion obeys me even unto death. Why? Because they live to serve the greater good, and they know of no alternatives. House's machines, his technologies. What do they propose? The possibility of victory without sacrifice. No blood spilled, just rivets. That's not an idea to be put in circulation. If mankind's going to survive this moment in history, it needs warriors, not gadgets. I want you to destroy whatever you find in there, and then I want you to come back here and tell me about it. So go to the building and take this fucking platinum chip with you. My legionaries will meet you there, with your weapons and equipment. Talk to Benny on your way out. He knows I'm going to let you decide how he dies. Maybe you want to remind him.
Our way, true to Caesar. True to Caesar.
Hey.
Go ahead and laugh, baby. I ain't blind to the humor in this situation. Did I say I blame society? I know why I'm here, baby. Do you? Down to brass tacks. How'd your meet and greet with Baldy go? I'm the most interesting person I know. Now, in the way back, we called ourselves the Boot Riders. Silly name, but that's how we rode the Mojave, dig? On our feet. We were nomadic badasses not to be trifled with, a gang of ruffians, though with a certain panache. When House gave us the tops to renovate, his robots dropped off boxes full of suits and ties and wingtip shoes. Told us we were the chairmen now. That caused an uproar, but I said the name sticks. Chow to the old ways, baby. Time to swing in style. If the shoes fit, you wear them. "7 years. Took over 3 days after Mr. House introduced himself. Our chief at the time, mountain of a guy named Bingo, wanted to stay nomadic. I disagreed, so he challenged me to the knife. He looked so surprised when I stuck that knife in his neck. Thought he was so tough, but he was so slow. That's how I made chief. It's how things were back then. We were east of Vegas when the first Securitron we ever saw rolled up on us. We junked it in a minute flat. The next day, 20 roll up, so we listened. Said we'd been selected. Vegas needed us to defend it. In exchange, we'd get cushy digs, full stomachs, medical treatment. Everything a nomad never gets, in other words. Most of the tribe thought we should say no. I thought it was the best idea ever. I prefer the term relocated. It took every stealth boy I had to cross the river at Cottonwood Cove. That was a close shave riding a boat full of Legion boys. Once I was across, I changed into a uniform I swiped off a dead legionary outside Nelson. Tried to sneak into the bunker, but that didn't work out. They found the chip. I wasn't going to tell them what it was used for, but let's just say they were persuasive. Go on. Sure. Baldy wants you to go down there in the bunker and destroy whatever Mr. House stashed there. Oh, you don't want to do that, baby. Whatever's down in that bunker is the key to the city called Vegas. So here's what you do. You go down there and you use the chip to do whatever Mr. House would have wanted you to do. And when you get back to the Strip, you find Yes Man. I made it so that cat can't help but be helpful. Dig? Try not to smile so wide, baby. You might break your mouth. Yeah, Baldy said you'd get to decide. So which way you leaning? Yeah, to die in my sleep at a ripe old age after a marathon session of hey-hey with 30 sex-starved broads. You'll set that up? Look, I ain't a harbor for illusions. I ain't expecting to get out of this shindig alive. That's why I'm trying to hand you my scheme, baby. It's called having a legacy. Yeah, real popular around here. It's a crowd pleaser. So you keep saying. The direct approach, eh? Fair enough. But you should wait until the bunker's taken care of. Caesar won't like it if you eat dessert first. Ta-ta.
I'm looking forward to getting sent across the river.
Let's roll out then. Careful where you flash that chip of yours. Not sure what kind of caps it's worth, but it's a tempting target. All right then.
True to Caesar.
Alway, do you need supplies? I am Decanus Foranus, armorer of Caesar himself. I oversee defense of this camp and ensure we are well equipped for the battle ahead. I have served for a long time now, over 10 years. I have fought in the first Battle of Hoover Dam and in many campaigns with Caesar before that. It was grueling. Things were going well before the NCR sharpshooters got into position. They fired on us from a ridge overlooking the dam, taking out our veterans while we were stuck in the carnage below. I was a prime legionary at the time, which kept me from being a high priority target. I was ordered to push the dam before my Centurion was killed in front of me, so I took his rifle and aimed it at the ridge. I took out 3 sharpshooters before one of them put a round through my knee, forcing me to life within the camps. I crawled to the sandbags in front of me and laid on top of them. From there, I was able to direct legionaries to the profligates and warn them not to expose themselves to the ridge. After the NCR destroyed Boulder City, 2 retreating recruits dragged me back across the dam and back into Arizona. My Decanus thanked me for saving the lives of many of his men before he was put to death for his failure. I was promoted and stationed here to oversee armament and to lead a small defensive force for the fort. Thank you, Amicus. I can see why Caesar has requested your help. Caesar has permitted me to trade with you, as long as you continue to aid us. Until next time.
Awe. I watch and act as personal bodyguard to Varenus, as he is not battle-ready. Don't let that be mistaken for weakness. Vaticanus is a great man, and I would follow his orders any day. He has a strong mind. I've been training in the Legion since I was a young boy. I will soon take my place as a Decanus and look over my own conturbanium. But for now, my duty is here. I will serve wherever Caesar commands me. As I know my place, you would do well to know yours. Until next time.
True to Kaiser. True to Caesar. True to Caesar. True to Caesar. True to Caesar. True to Kaiser.
my god. Ryan? What's happening? Are we gonna be alright?
Calm down, Mariah. We're gonna be alright. Let's just see what they do.
All right, trainees. Today we're gonna learn where the vitals are in the profligates. Every human has a vital, and it's crucial you aim for them.
I don't like this.
We'll start with the male profligate. We captured this one alongside the female next to him near Camp Searchlight. They will serve us well here. Now, first rule of killing is this. Do not pity your enemy. If they are at the edge of your machete, they are not worthy of pity or mercy. Mercy and pity are for the weak. And look at the filthy whore sitting beside him. Women, serving as soldiers. Disgraceful. They are a affront to all men by bearing weapons. These bitches are not even fit to bear children for our fine legion. So pay close attention. There will be no second demonstrations. Now, the first vital is located in the neck, unprotected in most NCR uniforms. We're gonna aim for the jugular. Watch and learn, trainees. Hey, this is how you kill.
What the? No! No!
That's how it's done, lads. Now, on to the first whore. We're gonna go for the heart. It's located in the sternum of the human body.
Oh god, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die.
Watch and learn, trainees. This is how you should handle a female soldier.
No, no.
The new slave girls
Now that's a good and easy kill. Now on to the next whore. Behold, a captured ranger. They're notorious for never surrendering. Next vital is the femoral artery. Our machetes are sharp enough to cut glass, trainees. It can cut through NCR trousers like tissue paper. As I'll demonstrate here on her, pay close attention, as we rarely capture rangers alive. As luck would have it, we captured her easily.
You serve the Legion well, Amicus. Move along.
I see you reached your destination safely. Shall we get to work? It's a facility I built many years before you were born. You might think of it as a barracks. You'll understand soon enough. The Platinum chip is a data storage device. I need you to manually upload the data from the chip to the facility's primary computer. There's a terminal at the other end of this facility. There's a complication. While I can broadcast to this screen, I can't control any of the facility's systems. That means I can't deactivate its security bots, most of which appear to be active according to the status board I'm looking at. The same equipment failure that prevents me from remotely operating this facility seems to have activated its security robots and turrets. There's a security room near the base of the stairs. Perhaps you can deactivate them yourself. My army will do what an army does best: defend territory from invaders and maintain order. I like to think you have enough sense to do the right thing. The rewards for doing so are immense, as are the punishments for not doing so.
Commencing lava.
Holding my breath.
you have the slightest idea of what you've done? Of what you've destroyed? You've doomed Vegas to be ruled by corrupt bureaucrats or fanatical savages. Single-handedly, you brought mankind's best hopes of forward progress crashing down. No punishment would be too severe.
The camps are getting crowded.
You've carried out Caesar's will, but I must confiscate your equipment again. You're free to leave.
Let's see what happens when I connect that to this.
I guess you can try that.
True
Might
to
as well see what
Caesar.
happens.
God damn it! Now it's not doing anything.
What are we doing wrong? Can we even fix the damn thing?
I'm not sure if we're gonna be able to fix it. Looks like whatever we try just makes it worse.
Let's just go ask the Decanus what we should do. I don't think quitting's a decision we can make in any case.
Well, it just seems that no matter what we try, it just doesn't get better. Maybe we should leave it alone?
Quitting is indeed not an option, Legionnaire. We need this howitzer fixed before the battle commences.
Yes, sir. But how can we fix it if we don't even know how it works? The schematic might be helpful.
Do I detect disobedience in your tone, Legionnaire?
I'm not being disobedient, sir. Far from it, in fact. I just don't see us fixing this before the battle begins. Don't get me wrong, I would like to fix it. But without a schematic at the least, we won't know what we're doing.
I can only agree with him, sir. I don't see this thing being operational. Not with the time crunch that we're on, at least.
Very well. Take a break if you must while I go scrounge up a schematic somewhere. Until then, just stay on standby in case I find it.
Okay. Yeah, I agree.
Hello.
Best we take a break before we lose our patience with the damn thing. I almost kicked it before you showed up.
Our way.
None may take my mantle.
Sitting tight. And pretty.
Morning.
I felt the ground shake a while ago. I'll take that as a sign you've got the job done. There are rewards for doing as I command. Today, your reward is vengeance. You get to decide how Benny dies. Go to Benny. Let him know what you've decided. My Praetorians will perform the execution, unless you want to perform it yourself. Consider it the first of many bestowments.